Hi everybody, I'm doing a skull with pearls in today and hopefully getting lots and lots of bubbles. Here I'm showing you I've got lots of pearls, pearl beads, they're all cheap pearl beads from the range I think where I got them from. And they've got lots of little holes in, so bound to get lots of bubbles, so I'm not worried about that. I'm using iridescent blue mica powder to paint the teeth, eyes and nose, just to give it a little bit of a shimmer and to break it up from the pearls. So I was hoping for the pearls to be completely packed in and you could see the bubbles in between. Well, that's what I was hoping anyway. But there's two things on this that didn't turn out how I expected it to. What your brain wants and what resin wants are two different things. So yeah, I've gone through to the eyes, done the teeth and the nose. I think I did the nose. Yeah, I did the nose. And the cheekbones. Just to make sure that it had a bit of definition. It didn't have to be tidy because I just wanted a little bit of a shimmer. I flip it back in the right way around, and then I've already mixed up my resin, and I'll put everything I used in the link that I can in the description box, sorry. And that's where I'm showing you I'm going to put in resin, pearls, just to make sure I can try and get it packed in as much as possible. Yeah, at least I thought that. So the resin does have a few bubbles, but I'm expecting a lot more because you can see there's lots of little holes in the beads, so the resin's got to come through somewhere and then it'll cause bubbles. And I must have dropped no end of these pearls everywhere and messed it up everywhere. I'm not very tidy. That's my cat just meowing at me. Behave. I give it a bit of a squish just to try and get the beads down a bit more. Try and fill in those cavities. There's not many cavities, so I didn't expect a big mess. And get the beads coated. So I added some more, and then some more resin, and I tried to fill it up as much as I possibly could, so it didn't come above the silicone mould. Yeah, that didn't work either. I ended up dropping a diamond thingy in it, and I don't know where that came from. So this is the point where I decide, yeah, I'll give it a good poke, make sure I've got everything squished down, make sure everything's in there and all nicely coated. And I could see that I was getting more and more space, so I kept adding more and more, thinking that, you know, this is enough, there's loads in here, it'll be fine. No, not enough. Must add more and more. Less is more? No, more is more. Didn't work in this instant. And I think I've just spotted maybe there's another crystal in there. I'm going to have a look again now. I don't think it is. It might just be the light. But yeah, there's lots of pearls in here. At least a quarter of my pot has gone. So I'll just add some more resin. And I think that should be enough because I don't want the mould to be too high. And poke it down a bit more. And I'm going to put some, I'm going to put a silicone mould over the top to hold it down. But see, I'm still adding. You think that's enough? But I can see bubbles as I'm doing this. And I'm thinking, yeah, that's going to work out really nice. It's going to be like the sea spray type bubbles. So I put this silicone mould on top of my new heat mat, and it's an Istoyo heat mat. And maybe this is why, well, you'll see at the end. But my old heat mat broke, so I had to get a new one. And as you can see here, there's lots of overspill. I've had to add a little bit more, so I've made it blue to match the iridescent blue, because it wasn't quite enough. And this is a nightmare to get off when you've got bad hands. I needed a crowbar. I tried all sorts of pull, push, stick your fingers in. And yes, I know you can use the alcohol spray or soap and water, but my brain wasn't in gear that time. My brain just wasn't functioning. But you can see as I'm taking it off, the pearls, they've muddied the resin. It's awful colour, awful. But also you can see there's not a bubble in sight. Where I wanted all these bubbles, there's none. So I think the Istoyo mat is fantastic if you don't want bubbles. So maybe next time I do one, I'll do it without the heat mat. But the heat mat's marvellous. And these are all the little bits I made with the overspill, overpour, whatever you call it. And they all need a bit of a rough doing over. But yeah, the skull. I didn't get any bubbles and it wasn't full enough. I don't get it. I thought I'd crammed them in. And this is the tray that I've been using my overspills in. It looks a bit rough and ready. Well, it did. I've sanded it now. And used a Cricut cry cut, whatever you call it, sticker. And some plastic bits from the range that were Christmassy for £1. And it looks so nice. It doesn't look great on here, but I have finished it. Well, thank you for watching.
Bye.